Ash Ketchum returned. This is what we were left wondering after his sudden and unexpected departure from the anime he led for 26 years. Unfortunately, we have no way of knowing for sure, but we can of course still speculate. So, will he return? Well, let's talk about it. The too long didn't watch version is that yes, I think that he will definitely return at some point. And I firmly believe this due to a number of reasons. Though I am unsure of when, where, or how he will return. Now again, this is just a short version. I will of course dive a little deeper. There are 3 reasons why I think that Ash will for sure return. First, his journey, his adventure, is not really over. Yes, he became the world champion, but he is not a Pokemon master yet, which is and has always been his dream from the very beginning. So, he has not accomplished his dream. Therefore, he still has more to do. Plus, it wasn't until his last episode that he finally figured out what being a Pokemon Master even means. At least for him. Once he understood what he needs to do to fulfill his dream, he set out again. And he is probably out there somewhere adventuring, actively trying to become what he has longed for so long. Therefore, he needs to return. We need to see him as a Pokemon Master, or at least, we need to see him turning into one, or how much closer he is to being one. They can't just have him vanish without giving him a proper closure, especially when the ending he got was unfulfilling. It really was not the conclusion he deserved or needed, so they cannot have that be his finale. It can't be the last thing we remember him doing. It shouldn't be the way we say goodbye to him. The second reason is Ash's significance. He is just a very valuable and important character, not just for us the fans, but also for the anime. He is an indelible part of our memories of this anime. One of the things that kept us hooked to the show and that kept us watching for so long. Plus, he is also the character that led the anime for 26 years. Therefore, he is inextricably linked to it and its history. Since Ash means so much, I just do not see him not returning at some point. Such a big part of the anime's legacy cannot be removed permanently. Doing so would honestly be foolish and insulting. Plus, the Pokemon anime has a long-standing tradition of having characters, especially important ones, return. I just don't see why Horizons would neglect this tradition, and Ash should be at the top of the list of all the characters that can return. The third and final reason is that Ash is probably the best way to rekindle interest in the anime. Like I said in my video on whether or not Pokemon Horizons has failed already, there is no denying that this new series is not as popular as those that came before it. And Ash's departure carries a lot of the blame for this decline in popularity. Therefore, bringing him back is one of, if not the best way, to make a lot of people that have decided not to watch the new series finally tune into it. So strategically, having Ash return is a great way to skyrocket viewership and interest in Pokemon Horizons. And as time goes on, if the new series cannot turn its current situation around, said strategy only becomes more and more necessary and alluring. It might become their panic button when things become truly grim for the new series. Their way of preventing a full-on catastrophe. So, Ash will return eventually. Of this, I have no doubt. But when, how, and where will he return? Well, this is what I want to discuss next. Now, to begin with, there is honestly no way of knowing the when, how, or where of his return. This, of course, goes without saying, since we don't even have confirmation that he will return. While it's almost guaranteed that he will, it is not a definitive thing until it is officially announced. Therefore, we have no way of knowing when he will return, how he will return, and where he will return. But of course, nothing stops us from speculating, which is what I will do. Let's begin with the when. All I can say here is that it definitely won't be anytime soon. Ash left the anime only a few months ago. Therefore, it is way too soon to bring him back. Since, while some of us do miss him already, we certainly don't miss him as much as we will miss him a year or two from now. Plus, bringing him back so soon would diminish the power of his departure, which is no good, especially considering how daring the decision to remove him was. So, he won't return until a significant amount of time has passed since he left. This ensures that him leaving still has weight, that Horizons has time to stand on its own 2 feet away from his shadow, and that we miss him enough to make his return that much more powerful and welcomed. After all, as they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Next, let's take a look at the where. In case you are confused, this refers to the nature of the vessel in which he will return, since he could return in a standard episode of Horizons, or in a special episode of Horizons, or in a movie, or in a limited series, like aim to be a Pokemon Master. Like I said earlier, the Pokemon anime has long been known for bringing back characters, especially important ones. So Ash could very well just appear in a normal episode of Pokemon Horizons, or in a special episode if they want to really make his return something memorable. Said episode would be special because it's longer than normal, or features vastly improved animation, etc. However, there is one caveat to having Ash return in Horizons. We still don't know, or at least I am pretty sure we don't, if Horizons takes place in the same continuity as the OG anime. Is it the same universe, meaning that Ash is out there somewhere, or does Horizon take place in another timeline/world, one where Ash does not exist? If the latter situation is the case, then of course Ash cannot return in Horizons, or if he does, he would not be the same Ash we know. It would be a similar situation to the Pokemon I Choose You movie and its sequels, including the Distant Blue Sky special episode that aired between journeys and aimed to be a Pokemon Master. If this is what ends up happening, then sure, we would get to see Ash again. But it wouldn't be as cool since it's not the true Ash. Plus, they wouldn't be able to forward, or better conclude, his actual story from the real continuity, aka the OG anime. So I wanted to believe that the former is what the situation is. Therefore, Ash can return in Horizons in some way, shape, or form that allows him to meet Liko, Roy, and the rest of the crew. They can have Ash be a temporary traveling companion like Anne and Alexa. But if Horizons does not take place in the same continuity as the OG anime, and if they don't want to have another Ash return, or if they simply don't want to involve Ash in Horizons so that it can flourish on its own without needing to rely on his influence, then they could have him return in a movie or limited series where he can once again take center stage. Said movie or limited series would continue his story, or provide a better, more fitting end to it. Another alternative is that they could continue the storyline started in Pokemon I Choose You with another movie or special episode or limited series. This would also mean more Ash, though again, not the Ash we want to see. In any case, there are several places he can come back in. Finally, let's take a look at the how. This refers to what form Ash will take when he returns. Will he be older or still 10? Will he still be the world champion and or the champion of the Alola region? Will he have any new Pokemon, like say a legendary Pokemon at long last? One of the many we have speculated him getting? Will he be traveling alone with just Pikachu, or will he have other characters traveling with him? Either new ones or old friends. There is honestly a lot they can do with a returning Ash, and it would be a shame not to do something crazy. Personally, I want to see him return older, looking like a badass akin to Leon and Lance, with a cape and with a cool cap and uniform, traveling only with Pikachu, still as the world champion and the champion of Alola, with stories of the many times he defended his titles, with a full team composed of Pikachu and 5 new Pokemon of his, including at least one legendary Pokemon. Finally, I want him to return as himself in terms of personality. I want him to still be the same old Ash, but more mature and experienced. Someone that can mentor and lead new trainers, like say Liko and Roy. As for the state of his dream when he returns, he should be closer to it, but ideally, he should have yet to complete it, since this would give him something to do upon returning. Something to aim for. Something to propel him forward. Plus, it's better if we see the moment when he finally becomes a Pokemon master. It goes without saying, of course, that a lot of what I discussed in this video is based on speculation and wishful thinking on my part. So please do take all of this with a grain of salt. That being said though, I am quite confident about several of my predictions, especially the fact that Ash will for sure return someday, and that there is no denying that when he does, it will be glorious. I am very interested in your predictions and thoughts on the matter, so please do share them in the comment section down below. But that's the video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this one right away. Additionally, down in the description, I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my second channel, where I cover Resident Evil. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.